La 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 2K can suck my balls. Oh. Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Continuing to send everything out. I will explain what we are doing in a minute. I'll explain what I'm doing. Na pa pa da 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 da. Na 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 na. Any more forgotten? No? Okay. No more forgotten over there. Okay. There. I knew I was gonna have him get me. Phone was going slow. Hey, MSW. How you doing, man? Starting in just a minute. Yo, what's up, brother? What up, Triple Beat? Now, with all that being done and everything set up, and I'll fix my freaking stupid phone later. Hello, everybody. We are going back to GM mode, but due to the glitch that I do not know what beard I gave this gentleman right here, this Barry Dalton gentleman. Because of that, I do not know if my game will corrupt because for using him. In the My Rise. I do not know if I don't know what I don't know what beard I gave him, so in the My Rise? Thanks, bro. We finished GM mode. If you're talking about seeing my cause in my GM mode video, that was just me messing around with the cause and showing more of them off after the GM mode finished. Yeah, we finished GM mode and now we're on to we're back to My Rise, but due to the beard glitch, I do not know. I am worried to go back. I'm worried to go back to this guy due to the beard glitch. Where they took some beards out of the game and all that, and we will discuss that more as obviously we play, but because of that, I'm going to move on to the female character, Taylor Mitchell. I'm going to move on to her instead, so instead of just redoing it or whatever. So we're going to go on to that. But for those that are on my Discord, all of you have already heard what I have decided, what I'm going to decide to do, or what my decisions have been over these past couple days. As I've been working on Casey Grimm and a secret character that is the reason we are not going to be showing off any calls today, because I have a secret character that I do not want anyone to know about. You know, I have secret characters coming up. But before we start, obviously, anyone that saw my Discord knows what I'm playing. Knows my ultimatum that I've given, which was either a patch comes out before the DLC, or I'm moving back to 19. Well, guess what? There isn't a patch. The DLC comes out June 7th. I'm guaranteeing there ain't gonna be a patch before the next DLC, and because I'll explain why that's a big deal while we play. But that means, boys, I'm already giving you a heads up before I put it in my Discord. I'm coming home. I'm going back to 19 at some point. CPW will be starting back up. I still will be making calls on 22, and maybe at some point I will switch over to 22 for CPW. But for the foreseeable future, CPW will be going back to 19, as I'll be spending a week or so or 2 weeks to get all the updates done, to get every update done, get all the updates done, download all the updates, and get my secret cause done, and etc. that need to be done before I start up the season. But there you go.
Okay. I guess now we know you really are that good.
That's not ruling 22 out. That's just saying for the foreseeable future, 19 is going to be the home of CPW. And that night, you're getting an exclusive before I put it in my Discord. You're getting an exclusive. Oh yeah, that's why I say it. That's why I'm saying it. That's why I'm saying it now. I'm saying it now because I'm gonna say it in my Discord on, in the 1st of June, to give everybody in my Discord that's on my roster, and anybody else that wants to be a part of my roster, as I am cleaning stuff up and getting stuff ready and stuff like that, I am getting everything ready so everybody has enough time to give me everything, give me any updates that they got or whatever before the server shut down. So I have time to keep my logos and stuff, or re-download my logos that I want to put on 19 before the 30th. And all of this is going to be done while I'm in the middle of working, and all this will be done after I get done working, and etc. It's still going to be hectic, but it's not going to be as hectic as it's been with 22, or it's going to take a couple days. With 19, it's going to take 2 weeks at best, if I have 2 weeks at best to get everything done to get back to where we were at that point.
Thanks, but don't worry.
And the reason and the reason I made the statement on the Discord of the patch before the DLC.
You do.
Infamously with games,
right now,
if the game is consistently patched, that means the people making the game is caring about the game. If the game only gets a patch before one of the DLCs, that means they no longer have the money or the support to continue overly supporting the game like they have been. Meaning either the higher ups or somebody considers the 2K22 or whatever the game is to be done, and we've milked all the money we can out of it. So that means we're going to get less patches as time goes on after this, once we get this next patch for this, before the DLC. That's why I said if we get a patch before the DLC, I'm moving back to 19, because that means nothing is going to change. That means nothing's really going to change. All the bugs and problems that are in the game, the bugged SmackDown referee is still going to be in there. That's been in there since the second patch. All these problems are still going to be there. Nothing's going to change. That means they've completely given up. For the most part.
It's time to get
so that means for me, my job is wait for all the patches, wait for all the patches to come out, wait for all the DLCs to come out, and then once finally the dust is cleared, fully go back to 22 and work a little bit more on 22, but until then, stay on 19 and act and have fun and show that I can pull a fourth year out of my ass, a third or fourth year out of my ass with 19. I don't know if I can, but at least I can try. While I am working out, I've pretty much lost almost. I've lost almost 20 pounds right now. I've lost close to 20 pounds just by walking. I am very happy with myself. I am very happy and very proud. I still have a long way to go to get back to my 20-year-old weight, but thanks, bro. It's gonna be a while before I get back to my 20-year-old weight, but it'll come eventually. It'll come eventually. I'll get there eventually. It's just time. Time is always on our side here, but I'll get there eventually. As the turtle said, slow and steady wins the race. You have our truth here. So.
Well, if it isn't Miss Lucky.
I earned everything I've gotten, Josie. You know that.
No, you haven't. If I hadn't been banged up, I would have been the one to defeat Sasha Banks, not you.
I guess we'll have to agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree? No, we won't. I'm finally 100%.
Yeah, I am very proud of myself that I've gotten that far.
I'm not afraid to get my nails dirty. I'm in.
Yeah, I am very proud of myself that I've gotten this far. And as long as my Midwest weather keeps up like this, I will always be able to I'll be continuously able to walk for the next couple for the next while or what for the next while. Sometimes I do it after work. Sometimes I do it after work, which also obviously cuts into call making times and finishing up movesets and all that crap. But you know, health is more important than call making in the long run. So gotta focus on the health first. Which I knew I needed to do. Which I knew I needed to walk like last year. Start working out last year, or start walking last year, but it was very little chances. I got very little chances back then, and it was kind of a sad situation, but but I'm at least getting chances to walk now. And by the way, I'll be finishing up the... I'll be doing the moveset for the Mysterious Caw after I get done with this stream. I am working on the... I'll be working on that moveset. I'll be getting a little bit of it done. So I've gotten most of it done. Most of the Caw done. The moveset's the only thing left, obviously, as always. So... You ain't touching me. Go back to your comedy storylines there, Tamina. I never liked you anyway. You always sucked. What the hell are you doing? Get out of the ring, bitch. Anyway. As for games that you'll be looking for this year, for me that I'm gonna play, other than this, obviously, I don't know. There's not a lot of games that I'm looking to play this year. I'm gonna try to find a way to play BioShock 1 and BioShock 2 on stream, but while not getting in the way of CPW, but CPW for the foreseeable future may be the only thing you're seeing from me. And maybe a few GM mode and maybe a few My Rise streams. But I'm gonna try to vary it up at some point, I promise. I'll try to vary it up at some point. I know I probably will once Spider-Man 2 comes out. Spider-Man 2, Marvel's Wolverine is definitely one that I'm probably going to try to do. The KOTOR remake, whenever that comes out, the KOTOR remake. Or for those that are the uninformed, KOTOR is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. The Knights of the Old Republic remake. I'll be probably trying to do a little of that on stream. There's a lot of different stuff that I want to try to do on stream. Whenever it comes out. I've been looking at the Harry Potter game. That's kind of like a wandering RPG-like game. It kind of fits my style. But I don't know, by the time that game comes out, I don't know if I'm going to be interested. Because around that time, I'm going to be... Because depending on when it comes out, more than likely I'll probably be deep into or getting excited for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And I do not have the ability to play a Pokemon game on stream for those that are already wondering. I do not have the ability to, and I would not want to on YouTube because of the fact that on YouTube I may get in trouble, but if I was on Twitch, I probably wouldn't get in trouble. Well, I know I wouldn't get in trouble on Twitch because my friend Beetle has done some Pokemon streams on Twitch. I highly recommend you check him out. With my annoying ass in the comments. As in the comments, I forget as in one of the streams, I forget the difference between Spikes and Stealth Rock. Oh, I know, but that would I know I can, but that wouldn't solve anything. That wouldn't solve any of my problems. The beard thing is still the beards are still gone. The possibility of the game corrupting is still there. Even if you do that, I haven't had. I've worked around every single freeze problem. I've worked around every single one. All the freeze problems, all the crash problems. I've worked through them all. I found ways around them all, and I've made every way, shape, and form. I've done everything to work around them. I have never had a. They've never really. None of them have really stopped me. The only thing that I am worried about is the fact that the more time obviously is going on, the more they're not worrying about fixing bugs or fixing problems right away. Like I said, the SmackDown referee is still bugged. He hasn't been fixed. He's still the SmackDown referee is still bugged. If you pick the SmackDown referee that's in that's a new referee that's in the referee match screen that I don't know if a lot of people know about, it still switches to a standard referee. It's still that referee is still not fixed. None of the problems, a lot of these small problems are still not fixed. And with less patches that are going to be coming out, that means less fixing of those bugs, and that means more than likely after the last patch, after the last DLC, that'll be the last time we see any patches. So that means I'd rather wait. That makes it that I'd rather wait for. I'd rather go back to 19, finish up, do another season with CPW on 19, and wait for 22 to get to have the last patch, to have all the DLC, and then go back to it as a game to do my season, my next season on. That may be my last season, possibly. Who knows? We'll see at that point in time, depending on what I'm doing with my life, or what I want to do with my life at that point. Get it. Oh, I got close. But I didn't get it. Ah, well.
One, two, three.
Yeah, got it anyway. Got it anyway. and honestly, having to uninstall and reinstall the game would have made me would have honestly made me want to quit the game. Would have personally made me just say F it and go back to 19 quick, and would have made me go back to 19 quicker. To be honest, it would have made me go back to 19 quicker. Because I'd have said, yeah, fuck it, I'm going back. And I'd have went back early, and I wouldn't have cared. Because the amount of time it takes for something to reinstall on the PS4 takes way too long, especially if you don't. Especially if you have very limited time to sit there and wait for the game to reinstall the game with all the patches and all that crap.
I can see how weak they are from a.
What makes you such an expert anyway?
I'm from Calgary. We have a great tradition of submission wrestling.
I thought you were from Saskatoon.
That's close.
Is it?
Well, I trained in Calgary.
Josie Jane, you are an idiot from SmackDown from the 2K20 story mode. Shut up.
Right.
Me and Beetle kicked your ass multiple times in that story mode.
No, I trained with Riley Flash, and he was trained by a guy who trained with a guy who knew.
Yeah, and what was Riley Flash's motto again?
Osmosis.
Beetle, do you remember? You remember Riley Flash's little catch line?
Hey, that's still a connection. I've heard of Riley Flash too. He's legit. I'm not sure about the hair though.
Right? Listen, how about we get in the ring and have a good old-fashioned Calgary submission match?
What's a Calgary submission match?
Same as a regular submission match, but someone from Calgary is in the ring.
So, really a
frickin' hell.
Saskatoon submission match.
You want to wrestle or not?
Take it easy. Let's find out whose submission game needs work.
Yeah, let's see whose submission game is better as I kick her ass. If Beetle is still if Triple Beat is still in the chat and still remembers, because I know that's been a while ago that we did the co-stream of 2K20's story mode. Waha! Bam! La-de-dee-dee-doo. Bump, 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 bump. Northern Light suplex. What's the second? What's her second signature? Oh, it's the ground one. Okay. Then the running knee. I completely forgot because I haven't played with this character in forever. It's been at least a couple weeks since I played with this character. Ain't even longer. Boom. And submission. And she taps out. Remember Josie Jane, it ain't torture if you're paying for it. It ain't torture if you're paying for it. I do not know if Triple Beat is still in the chat. Or if he wants to be, or if he ever wants to be reminded about that little playthrough.
What's up? It's me, Arch.
Good to see you again, Truth.
Today I'm like your friendly neighborhood town crier. Except in this case, I'm not sad.
Town crier.
Hear ye. Sasha Banks has been talking all kinds of trash about you. She called you garbage, junk, and a waste. She also said some stuff about you being terrible.
How ironic! That's how ironic. That those are the words I would describe Sasha Banks.
It's super important.
Also whiner, bitcher, moaner, complainer, ungrateful brat, and many others.
Yes, of course. Well, looks like I've got some extra fuel next time I get in the ring with Sasha.
You can't wait that long. You need to fire back, like a diss track. I'll record it, that I can play it for Sasha next time I see her.
Let's do it.
Great. And why start with just Sasha Banks? You got to put everyone on notice.
Why? I don't want to diss anybody else.
Like Nikki Cross, you're only good standing by a superstar, blissfully pretending that you're better than we know you are. You fail unless coattails tip scales so your tags prevail. So focus on the things you can do, namely hair and nails.
Damn, remind me to never get on your bad side. That was fire. I can't wait to play.
Let me know what she says.
No, I mean it. I can't wait. I'm posting it to social media right now.
What the hell? Damn, I wish I could have allowed me to diss Naomi. That would have been so ironic. Boom, boom, boom. Aw, Miss Cindy. Thank you. Thank you for giving me a counter to the work game. Thank you for allowing me to counter, game. Nice shot. Over the top.
1, 2.
Shout out to the 4 people. Shout out to the 4 people. The 3 to 4 people watching. Do not be shy. Say something in the chat. Hello, Do Real Gamer. Welcome to the stream. Ah. Come on. I'm doing good. How are you, man? Oh, I want to release the hold. And as the game does, just Irish whip people.
1, 2.
Whoa. Oh.
1,
Counter. Counter, please.
3.
Thank you for getting me back in the ring. Hello, Douglas. Welcome to the stream. Counter. Thank you. Bam! Knee right to the face.
1, 2, 3.
And a face. Don't know yet. Don't know yet. I'll find out as I keep going. Well, not very much to do there. Okay, I get those done at some point. Let's finish these. Let's finish these up.
Got something cool lined up if you're
Really?
Well,
You're not really
you get to wear
get to?
basically.
Yeah,
Or
not
at
really
least
that
get
cool.
a free
No problem.
after they see me
That's
in the
the
ring.
spirit.
Are you in or out? In and out of doubt. Hoppa! Avoid getting knocked out. Will frickin' do. Wabba! Knee to the face. Gotta stop on the arm. Wah! Wabba! Aw. Alright. Beat him up. She's nowhere near getting knocked out. She's nowhere near that. where we're gonna have to start, where we're gonna have to start knocking her out, or just letting her beat the living crap out of us. You know, she's not at that point yet, but well, she'll eventually get there. Ah. Starship. Wait a minute, there's a catching move? The hell kind of catching move does she have? Oh, the Superman punch. Okay. I completely did not even know I gave her that. I completely forgot. I completely forgot I gave her that move. Boom. Now I think we can start letting her beat the crap out of us. Shouldn't be too tough. Oh. Haha, we did it. Hooray! Alright, so let's with these. Singles match. I'll let you pick. Local. Guess a four-way with Josie and me. I'm staying home. No. Singles match. Alright. Keep going here. Keep going. Fireworks. I like this entrance, but it only works with a few jackets. Hey Beetle. Hey Beetle, if you're still watching, you should bring this person into Octane. You should bring this character into Octane. I think it'd be hilarious. Look at that! Wouldn't you want to see that on Octane? Come on! Wouldn't you want to see that wild kind of pink mask wearing, mad lady run around Octane? I mean, she just did a suplex to me. She's a mad woman. Even though I think her name, even though I think her name in Spanish is local jobber, is like local competitor. But no one needs to know that. At least you didn't bring her in. I mean, come on. Bam! Oh, counter. Oh, I want to do the kick. Or I want to do the right hand. Oh, get off me. Want me to counter, please? Wow, why didn't the counter work? The counter didn't work. You saw me press it, and the game tried to counter, but the counter just stopped dead. What the hell? He's a little piss out of her. Choke her out. Tap her out. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's all Mago, but but come on, you should bring her into Octane. You should bring that masked chicken to Octane. Come on. It'd be great. Oh yeah, Beetle. If you want anybody on my roster to return to, no, she would not be. She would not be great for CPW. Other than a local jobber. If you want anybody that's done, all you have to do is ask. You know, for any of the roster that's done from over here, if you want anybody to return. Wait, what? What was the scoop? Oh, you're going to the main roster. No, I still need more training. I'm not gonna do the GM crap yet. Pretzels. Like an arranged marriage. I still love that line, like an arranged marriage. There we go. Hell, Beetle, if you've seen my streams, if you've seen my streams that I've shown off my CPW roster, you kind of already seen my jobber. If you've seen my streams, you've already kind of seen my jobber chick.
Are you as excited about this
Which
as I am?
which honestly now will be held off for a couple years, or held off for a good while.
Are you my new
since
manager?
I'm going back to 19. But like I said, I'll announce that on my Discord officially on June 1st.
Yep, and I am so jazzed about this. I always thought I'd make a great manager.
Masked red to CPW confirmed. Is that mask really red? Is that mask really red though?
Then I'm glad we're both getting the opportunity to try this out.
You see red. You see red. I kind of see pink. I kind of saw it more pink.
Now,
I kind of saw it more pink kind of
I've learned a
mask.
lot. I'm thinking we can go with a Paul Bearer Undertaker vibe. I know where we can get an urn cheap.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've kind of got my own thing already.
Right.
It looks red on it. It looked red on your screen. It looked kind of pinkish on mine. I don't really know. I don't really know what the hell it was. It was different. I'll give it that. But
I think it's important to find your own voice and persona.
you really should.
Wow,
You really should. That'll help you download some cause. Some cause depending. But I'll give you info. I'll give you info on all the cause that are done and what would be their requirements for you to download them. I'll send you pics of that after the stream. Dark Salmon. I call him Smiley McSmileton. Because that's pretty much all he does is smile like a Cheshire cat. Even though now that's Raquel Gonzalez. Because heaven forbid they have her smiling all the damn time. It's like she never stopped. There's never not a smile on her fucking face. Just since she went to the main roster. Whoa! Oh. How the hell did that hit? It was interesting, but how the hell did it hit? Knee. Where the hell did that kick come from? I wasn't even going for it. I was trying to run. Hopefully this controller's not dying on me. That's the only explanation why the controller would be the only explanation of why the controls would just screw up like that. It's like the only thing I can think of. Unless it's a random hiccup. Random hiccups are possible too. Come on, game, give me something to do here, please. Let some of the counters actually activate. Let me actually do some of the counters, please. Thank you. One of the things that they really need to refix is the bruising. When this game came out, the bruising was awesome. When the game came out, the bruising was freaking awesome. It made the game look like the people like the men and women just were in a real freaking fight. And now since they patched the freaking game to hell, it's like all that's gone. Most of that, if not all of that, is gone. It's like you rarely see any bruises anymore. Hey, get back up. Bam! Time for you to go night-night. Go night-night. Yo, what's up, Mac? What's up, brother? Anyone in front of me? Oh yeah, double or nothing is tonight. I'll obviously hear about what happened. Obviously, I'll hear about what happened, but I'm not spending money on money on double or nothing. I've always had the mindset of I'll spend money on a pay-per-view if everything on the card is something I want to see. Yes, in some ways. In a lot of ways, the women's My Rise is different than the men's. But you go to the same places. You all go to the same places. But for SmackDown, I'm trying to remember if I get this right. For SmackDown, Raw is the place that you want to go in the women's, while in the men's it's SmackDown. For the men, SmackDown is where you want to go. You know, is the last stop you want to go. While for the women's, it's Raw. Raw's the last stop you want to go to for your story, for the story. There's a lot of interesting stories, and you get a lot of cool stuff from it, from the female side. So I definitely do recommend you go through it. And I believe in the women's My Rise is where you unlock the story mode, is the story where you unlock the My Rise WrestleMania arena. I don't know if you unlock it for the men, but I know that's where you but I know for sure that you unlock it for the women. If you get that far.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Harlem, New York, Taylor Mitchell.
This competitor's MMA experience helps her stay focused mentally so she won't get psyched out during a WWE match or freeze up because of the enormity of the WWE Universe. The WWE Women's Division knows her submissions are frightening and her strikes are
I hope so. I hope so. I hope Punk becomes world champion. Mainly because I'm sorry, but Hangman Page has not been a good world champion. Hangman Page has been a very crappy world champion. He has the charisma of a wet rag. He's just not good. He's not a good world champion. I heard someone say this, and I completely agree. Hangman Page is a good Intercontinental Champion, but he's not a good World Champion. He's a good Intercontinental Champion, but he's not a good World Champion material. And that's very true. And honestly, I don't know how long they're going to have Page hold the belt, but I'm hoping Punk gets it. Honestly, if anything, Bryan should have got it when Bryan was fighting Punk, and when Bryan was fighting Page, and it should have went into Punk versus Bryan at some point, instead of them sticking it with keeping on sticking it with Page. So because of them doing that, they allowed Jon Moxley to grab what was really freaking good about AEW, which was heel Daniel Bryan, turn him back babyface, and completely take something away from the show that was getting them a lot, that was gaining a lot of momentum for the show, which was Bryan himself, which was Daniel Bryan, which was Bryan Danielson. And now he's trapped in a six-man group. Yeah, I hope Punk gets the belt, I hope Punk gets the belt, but I'm having a funny feeling that they may actually keep the belt on Page, and that's a mistake.
What a hip toss. Great athleticism and a drop kick to finish.
Oh, hell yeah. If they would have built that as a main event, heaven forbid, people would be clamoring for that. People would have been wanting that as a main event. People would have been like, this is awesome. I want to buy this pay-per-view just to see this main event.
Well, this is weird.
Certainly an unusual strategy.
And then they could have built, and then it could have built towards maybe Bryan versus MJF, or something like that, or whatever. Who knows? Or whatever the case may be, or maybe the MJF storyline could have been for the world title,
Reverse.
or something like that. I don't know, but it certainly would be better than what we got. Oh, hell yeah. Same here. Same here. I'd buy a pay-per-view for that match. Oh, yeah. If done right, if Tony Khan is smart, Tony Khan would give any amount of money to keep MJF in AEW, because he's the future of that freaking company more than anybody else. There is nobody else on that roster that is bigger than him or has a brighter future than him. Nobody.
Oh, look at this. Oh, kicks. Good grief, turn your lights out. Oh, it is over.
She wants to finish this. Front face on apart into the guillotine. I don't know what choice she has except to tap out here. She's going to have a win via submission. And that'll about do it, folks.
Here is your winner, Taylor Mitchell.
And that seemed like a pretty easy day at the office right there.
That's why they call it light work, Cole. Barely even broke a sweat.
All right, bro. Thanks for hanging around there, Mac. I'll catch you later, bro. I'll definitely be seeing the play-by-play of the pay-per-view tonight in the locker room or the Team 5-Star chat. Yo, what's up, Blaze? How you doing, man? Blaze is in the house. There we go. So now that all those storylines are done, pretty much have nothing left to do here. Let's go to the other area since that has stuff for us to do. Da, 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 da. Hey, Anakin. How you doing today, man?
Nia Jax and Tamina have been hanging around the PC recently, and I guess they upset Fanny with some not-so-constructive criticism of her skills. Anyway, I think she'd appreciate some help standing up to them.
That's good. Welcome to the stream, Anakin. Wow. Honestly, 2K22 keeps on getting funnier and funnier nowadays because the more this game is out, the more a lot of the people that are in the game are not in the game anymore, are not in the company anymore. Some of them are not in the company for good reasons. Some of them are not. Yes, I have. I have completed the showcase. I have completed the showcase with both men, with a male character and a female character. I have not deleted them because one of the things that 2K said quite early on was that they were going to add stuff to showcase. They were going to add stories to showcase. You know, that they were going to add new stuff to showcase. They were going to add new stuff to showcase in future patches and stuff like that, and that really has not happened. So that's why I've kept a lot of my older, you know, my older characters still around, because even though I've made new ones, it's because I want to go back to those characters just in case, you know, in case they do that. Oh, showcase Oh yeah, I've completed the showcase. The showcase is like every other showcase mode that they've ever done since they started doing showcase modes. The showcase is okay. The showcase is fine. The story mode is good. It's better than the previous year's story modes have been, but they're not as good as the SVR years. Oh yeah, Beetle. It's 2K22 is the last stop for a lot of them. Yeah. Honestly, early on before the game came out, I got a little hyped because the Rey Mysterio that they had advertised that they were adding to the game was from Starrcade 1996. I believe it was. It was either 90. I believe it was 96. 96 or 97. In that year, Rey Mysterio fought Jushin Thunder Liger, and I thought that they were going to have a showcase with him versus Liger, and Liger was going to be in the game too or something, because you know, when someone has a showcase, you know, you would think that attire would be used in the showcase, was my thought, and that really never happened. Yeah, I hear that. I don't really... Normally, I would also be doing some normally I would be also doing some quiet universe stuff, in between everything that I'm doing, and in between everything that I do with CPW and everything else like that, but I just don't. But universe mode is too bugged right now, and it's not really that. And I'm kind of glad that I stopped using universe mode when I did. Even though I'm gonna have to try to find a way to get the footage that I'm gonna need for CPW at some point, but I already have the footage on 19, so I'm not gonna have to worry about that. At least for the next couple months or so. There we go. Boost that up. Shayna Baszler's here. That's interesting. Maybe because of my MMA background?
Is it just me? Or has the training gotten a little stale lately?
No way. I'm learning from the best.
Good. Well, it's my job to try and keep it that way.
Oh, good heavens.
I want to introduce a PC championship belt to up the competition. Want to compete for it?
Sure. I plan on winning a number of titles in my career. Might as well start now.
Great. You'll be in a triple threat match with Josie and Fanny. May the best woman win.
Goody! Chance for the first championship. Hold on. There we go. Wanted to give out a little... Wanted to give about a little something. A little happy birthday wish. Right there. So, alright. There we go. Back to the work. As I fight for the belt and beat the living shit out of these two. Bam. Oh, bam. DDT. Fake out DDT. Bam. Boom. Funny thing is, they have that kick as, Isaiah Swerve Scott's finisher. That kick that I just did, that... And I don't know why. I don't remember that being his finisher in NXT. I don't actually remember that. I don't remember that being his finisher in NXT. I might have missed it, but I don't remember that being his finisher in NXT. Honestly, I don't remember what his finisher was in NXT. Nor do I know what his finisher is. So maybe it is his finisher. I don't know. Bam! Big kick. Whoa, bam! There we go. Kicked your ass. Aw. Big German. And big knee. Roundhouse to the face. Can I counter, please? Thank you. And the AI loves to throw people out of the ring. I don't know why, but for some stupid reason, they love to throw people out of the ring. Aw. Aw. What? Oh, so I lost it because I freaking missed? That's bull crap. Freaking horse shit. Because I hopped up and went for it and completely missed, I lose it. Instead of it just not connecting. And obviously I'm going to get a stun off of this. Oh, I didn't. The game was nice to me. What happened to... What happened to the counter game? I pressed it. It's not that hard to fucking press a button. There we go. Tap. Got her. The PC champion. Oh, so I have to say that. Okay. I was about to say that kind of sounded that kind of sounded a little heelish. Da, 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 da. Oh, the Tapper Battle Royal. Oh, Fran's gone. Fanny's gone. You can't counter that. You cannot counter that move, and I don't know why. It's a stupid move anyway. But you can't counter it. Oh, over the top goes Beth Phoenix. And over the top rope, and there we go. All I had to do was a combo, and then a running strike as they're dazed. That was great. That was great. Oh my gosh, that was good. Combo, 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 over the top rope. Combo, 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 over the top rope. Combo, 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 over the top rope. Hell no. That means I would have to recreate her. There is no way in hell I'm spending that much time recreating that bitch. Oh, they don't acknowledge the PC Championship? That sucks. MMA punching bags. Gossip Hound. There's a few things I haven't done yet. Surprisingly enough, Brooklyn Von Braun. You know why? Because I could make her a jobber. Because I could make her a jobber and have her lose to everybody on my fucking roster.
Hey, I've been really impressed with your training so far.
Thank you. I'm trying my best.
It shows. I keep thinking about new ways to challenge you.
Oh, cool. Event number 1, wrestling. Event number 2, okay, I'm gonna need some help here.
I'll put you in the ring with Fanny, and I'll give you 10 objectives you have to come.
I like it. Adding a wrinkle to the match. I'm in.
Great. You get changed while I...
Bam! Hi, Fanny. Into the corner, Fanny. You ass. Why does the AI do that? Why does the AI always throw you over the top rope or Irish whip you at all? Other than the fact that, oh yeah, you can't fucking counter it. That's why it does. Other than doing that, what is the purpose in doing that? Oh yeah, throw you over the top rope, throw you over the top rope, throw you over the top rope, throw you over the top rope. Throw, 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 throw. You're not in a fighting game. Stop throwing. It's doing no damage. Seriously, the AI was much smarter in 19. At least they tried to actually have a fucking match. Perform a dodge. Gee, and he does a grapple. Since I can't do a dodge. Because the game doesn't know what the hell it's doing. There we go. Bam. Boom. Performer signature. I have to have one before I do it. If this was when the game came out, both me and Fanny would be super bruised up right now. We both would be so bruised up right now. It'd be hilarious, and it'd actually make the match a lot more exciting, to be honest. What the hell was that? Why did the AI counter? That pretty much means I'm gonna waste more valuable time because the AI decided to counter me because the AI decided to counter my freaking sig, and you can't, and signatures do not work like they used to back in 19. So you have to re-get your signature and do it all over again. And hope that the game actually does what you want it to. There. Now don't counter it, dickweed. Thank you, dumbass. Now, finisher. Now, submission. Tap out, bitch. Tap out, bitch. Tap out. Tap out. Tap 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 tap, bitch. And there we go. There we go. Sorry, I have seen the game throw opponents way too many times. This game that's all I've seen a lot of the times in matches. Either that I've played or that I've seen. It's always throw, 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 throw. They're always throwing and Irish whipping them somewhere. Or throwing somebody somewhere. And it's just like, for fucking what? You're not doing anything. You're just being stupid. I don't know. Ever since this patch, that pretty much went brain dead. The AI was smart at one point, and now it's just gotten, and now as the patches go on, the AI becomes more and more brain dead. For some freaking reason. I don't know why. It's kind of annoying, especially because the game was kind of fun. Now it's just like, okay. You're doing something, now what? It's like, alright, whatever.
Can you point me in the direction of the new wannabe MMA WWE crossover?
You're looking at her.
Seriously? I'm not impressed. I can't believe I came all the way down here for you.
How about we get in the ring? I'll be sure to make an impression. Probably more than one.
Ha! You aren't ready for me. But I've got two friends with me, and they would love to teach you a lesson in an MMA rules match. The only question is, which one of them do you want to knock you out?
Oh my gosh! Beetle, are you seeing this? I don't fight groupies. Odyssey Rift and Brooklyn Von Braun. I love it. I love it.
That explains why those two punching bags are here today. I'll take the American Zero, Brooklyn Von Braun.
Good. She's been itching for a chance to play.
Oh my gosh, I fucking love it. For those that don't know what we're laughing at, go back to the 2K20. Go back to the 2K20 streams that me and Beetle did of the 2K20 story mode. I think Beetle has a playlist of it. I think I do, but I don't think I did. I think Beetle has a playlist of them all. I said I was going to get around to doing it, but now I really do. I really need to getting around to setting up a playlist of them all. If I could even find all of them, but yeah, go back and see those. Brooklyn Von, but for a small thing, Brooklyn Von Braun is not our favorite person. Is not one of our favorite people in the world. Yeah, they even called her a punching bag. Yeah. Yeah. Brooklyn Von Braun is one of our most hated characters because of that 2K20 story mode. She is by far one of the worst characters in the game. She was one of the worst characters in 2K20. And we actually thought we had gotten rid of her. But since they're reusing 2K20 assets, we might as well not bring up... Yeah, the main villain from 2K20 story that was absolutely one of the worst characters, one of the worst villains ever. I mean, people can rag on the Marvel films for having sometimes bad villains, but even Marvel's worst villain, even the MCU's worst villains are better than Brooklyn Von Braun by a large margin. Hell, the villains in the Star Wars sequels are better than Brooklyn Von Braun. Hell, even the supervillain, the Condiment King, is better than Brooklyn Von Braun. Yes, there is a supervillain called the Condiment King. Look it up, kids. Hello, Dakota Wheeler. Welcome to the stream. You are right now watching me beat the living shit out of Brooklyn Von Braun. One of the most hated characters in at least for me and Beetle in WWE in wrestling game history. Oh my gosh. What up? Which overall, all this does is make you wonder where the hell the timeline is. Where the hell is the timeline in all this? If we should even think this hard about this stupid about the game's time, about the 2K series' timeline. I don't think we're supposed to think that hard about it. Yeah, tap, bitch. Hello, Kano8, Seth Rollins. Welcome to the stream. Oh my gosh. I love it. Beat her senseless, yes, beat the living crap out of that bitch. MMA punching bags. Oh boy, I wish we could have done that in 2K20. But they were one game too late. Nice. Alright. Alright. I think I'm running out of stories here. think I'm running out of... I think I am, but I'm not sure. I think there's a couple. Beat the living shit out of that bitch. Let's see. Yeah, two left. The PC Showcase and Gossip Hound. Okay, so yeah, I'm about out of the PC.
I'd ask if you're the trainee everyone's talking about, but I know having access to the PC means not engaging in WWE gossip. An exclusive.
Impressed with the match against Odyssey Rift. Oh boy. Oh boy, Odyssey Rift, the character that looks like if you shot Barney and made him into a couch. And made it Oh yeah. I thought 19s was okay. I thought 19s was okay. 20s was bad. 22s I thought 22 storylines I thought was pretty cool. It kind of reminded me of the old days back in the old SVR era of story modes, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't. It certainly is. 22s is certainly my favorite in this era. So, but I don't know. I'm a softie for the old school. SVR era. I miss the SVR 06, the SVR 07, the SVR 07, even SVR 08. I miss their story modes that were so good and so detailed None of them connected to each other, but it was a coherent story from start to finish, from beginning to end, and it was really cool and fun. It was like watching a movie, but it was like watching a movie or being a part of a full year of a alternate universe WWE that sometimes could be much wackier and much more what the hell than the actual WWE itself. Like back in SVR 07 when Candice Michelle turned your character into a woman by, quote, magic. Yeah, 06 had 06's storyline that I always remember is when they had Trish Stratus try to weasel her way to win the WWE Championship. That was that one was a unique. That one was unique. Then they had the one where then it was a storyline with Raw versus SmackDown, and it was John Cena and Big Show were acting like Triple H and pretending to be Triple H and Ric Flair. Which is where I get my impression of Triple H, where I do the "I am the game." That's where I get that one, cause it's from John Cena. John Cena's little. It's based off of John Cena's impression from 06. It was. Oh, those games are great. The game's had a kick-ass soundtrack, too. Absolute kick-ass soundtrack. Bam! The 2K22 My Rise stories are the only ones that actually SVR vibe. It didn't give it to me fully, but it gave it to me a little bit. It gave me a little bit of that SVR vibe from the old days. Oh yeah, GM mode. Yeah, GM mode was the. Yeah, GM. Yeah, 06's GM mode. Old school GM mode started you off with like $10 million, and you could pay for a full year. Oh my, it was great. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Cause you can't beat those. You can't beat the older games. They had such unique stories. They had such interesting, unique stories that that were so different. And you could tell all of them were done with passion and love. And they weren't and some of them were done just for fun. They were done just to piss around. Like, one of my favorites is the Undertaker storyline with Eddie Guerrero in 06. When Eddie Guerrero had the urn. It was one of the last storylines Eddie Guerrero voiced in the wrestling games before his passing. And it was so much. Oh man, I loved playing that one. It was so much fun. It's like Eddie Guerrero had the urn, so he had control of the Undertaker. It was, oh man, that story always looking back and thinking about it, that story always touches my heart, because it's such a cool storyline with a great ending. That was so much fun. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Buried Alive matches were great. I loved them. I loved the Buried Alive matches. They were great. And they were easy. And they were easy with creative. They were easy in the story mode. The Buried Alive matches, I remember, they were easy in the story mode because all you had to do was just rush up to the dirt pile over there and have the AI follow you and then stick their asses in it. When you had three finishers stored. Because you could easily just do a 3 finisher stored move and instantly win the match.
Which superstars will be here?
Shotzi Blackheart will be here from NXT, Lacey Evans from SmackDown, or if you really want a challenge,
or if Sasha Banks
specifically requested to be the representative from Raw.
All you have to do is figure out who you want to face. Keep in mind, if you can pull off a win over a tougher opponent, it would do more to impress the GMs.
Well, I know who I'm picking.
Have to ask. You know I'm picking Sasha.
I think everyone was hoping you'd say that.
She's fired up. Be ready.
Georgia, you better read the signs, respect the law and order. Hard times, you're a big boss man, I make you walk the line. You better watch your order, you'll be serving hard time. The ball chain too, you're looking for trouble, he'll be coming after you.
Are you like so pumped? We get to meet William Regal. Do you think he'll sign my action figure? You have a William Regal action figure with you? Always. You never know. Do you think they were just in the neighborhood, or is something special going on? we're having a PC showcase. The GMs are coming to see if any of us are ready to be signed.
What? I stopped listening after they said who was coming. This stage just gets better and better. I cannot believe it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that certainly is the problem now. It's pretty much let's throw money in it. Let's throw money at the game. And they're missing the love and passion. But I will say they got Brian Williams back. They got Brian Williams back from the old THQ and Ukes era. So maybe he can stick some passion into this. Into the next game or stuff like that. Maybe he can help out and try to stick some old school SVR fun into this, but I'm hoping, but it's not like the THQ era. It's not like he only had one person to go, one person higher than him that he had to work with. Now there's a bigger ladder than that.
I'm not excited. I'm just focused on showing everyone what I can do. Again.
So am I. You know everyone's coming to scout me, right? I'm finally healthy, not like when you fluked into your match against Sasha. I'm gonna destroy Fanny and let everyone see who Josie Jane really is.
Good luck. There's room in WWE for both of us. Let's go put on a show.
As far as I know, that's not true. But they certainly have. But WWE certainly has hung the we're gonna go to EA Sports thing over 2K's head ever since 2K20. They've at least been holding it over their head. Apparently, according to 2K. Apparently, I don't know if this is true, but apparently, according to 2K, this is the highest grossing 2K owned wrestling game in the series, or the highest grossing game in the series. I don't know if that's true, but that's what they're proclaiming. So obviously we're getting 2K23, 23, but like I said, if they have to do is screw up one more time, and WWE has that little thing over their head of we can easily go to EA. EA will easily make a cheap ass game and say they spent millions on it. Yeah. That actually would make far more sense if it's the highest one since 19. I don't even know if they have the same measurement system of sales like they did back in the WWF No Mercy era of the N64. Because I don't know what you would, I don't know, I don't know, someone would have to really do the money on all those and really see if it's actually the highest grossing one out of them all. Because not doubting it, but I not fully doubting it, but I'm highly suspicious of that quote, especially coming from a businessman at a business at one of those, at the yearly you know, at the end of the year annual business, we're gonna blow smoke up our up the asses of the people that are paying us to make the to make games to impress everyone. Oh yeah. Yeah, same. 20 reminded me of All Stars, and I remember playing All Stars, and I thought All Stars sucked. And 20 was just 20. 20 was just 20. Battlegrounds was All Stars, but reimagined. And I did not care for All Stars, which is why I didn't play. Battlegrounds. Even though surprisingly I have it now, just because it was free on PlayStation Plus for a little bit. So I was like, hell, why not? Just grab it just for the sake of saying, oh, I got this game that will probably never be played. Now you can get up. This is for walking out, Sasha. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, bitch. Tap, bitch. Tap, 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 tap. Give up your career. Give up. This is the real. She tapped out to a rookie in the PC. That's the real reason she dropped her belt. She dropped her belt on the on John Laurinaitis' office. She tapped out to a rookie at the PC. This will decide your career. Well, this time you completely wasted your second chance. I'll go to NXT. Because why not?
I must admit, that was a rather brilliant performance.
It would be an honor to follow in the footsteps of so many...
Tremendous. I'll send over the paperwork right away. Welcome.
Hi, Regal. Another person that's in that's no longer in WWE. May I continue to say I am really surprised that we didn't get Rex Steiner for DLC. I am really surprised. But we got MSK. We were gonna get MSK instead of instead of Rex Steiner. Oh yes, I loved 14s. 14s was awesome. I loved doing the can you defeat the streak stuff. It was so much fun. I loved it. Fighting the Undertaker was so much fun. It was so challenging. It was so cool.
Congratulate you.
No, but I'd appreciate it. And I'm sure you'll get your chance before long too.
You're not the only one who's getting out of here. I just got signed to SmackDown.
Wow, good for you.
At least someone who has real talent is getting their opportunity. As for you, I do not have high hopes.
Funny. That's not what management thought. But maybe we can settle this someday if we ever end up on the same brand.
Yeah, maybe.
And the best part is you got stuff if you beat Undertaker as other people throughout his WrestleMania, throughout all of his years of WrestleMania, every single WrestleMania, like if you beat him as Jake Roberts, you got stuff. You got like special
You got signed to NXT
you got like special fan art or something up for the match, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
But you got stuff for doing it, and it was so much fun.
Mia Yim, Tegan Knox. I'm bringing my gear, my autograph book, and the bags I breathe into when I start to have headaches.
I don't know who's more annoying, Fanny or Josie J.
Fanny, you've got to relax. We both got signed because we belong there. We're not fans anymore. Who knows?
That's
one of us could
we
end
could
up becoming NXT champion.
Obviously, Cody is confirmed for the next game. You know, that could be that's a guarantee, but I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt the cover star. I wouldn't doubt it if Cody's cover star. I would not doubt it.
You think you might become NXT
Based
champion?
off of all the other cover stars that these games have done, and those guys being top stars, I would not doubt if they did a Cody Roman Reigns co-cover or just a Cody Rhodes cover
That's my plan.
for the game. I would not doubt it. I would not doubt it.
You have got to sign my autograph book.
I guess I know where to turn if I ever need an ego boost.
Just don't sign to Fanny in case I ever have to sell the autograph online. You get more cash if they're not personalized. This is going to be so much fun.
On second thought, he really goes to SmackDown too. Too late, Beetle. Too late. Too late. The decision was already decided. We're going to SmackDown. We're going to NXT.
I got nothing to say to you.
You could start with congrats.
You got lucky. Again. And if I see a single post on social media about this, you and I are going to have problems.
Oh, are you gonna walk out again like you normally do? There's Sasha and pout and whine.
After our 2 matches, how can you think that sounds threatening?
That would have been so cool. Oh, Beetle, that'd have been so cool. If they would have done Franny like having her a psycho Bailey, but kind of sticking a little bit of Mickey James in there, and have a story where when you win the NXT Women's Championship, you have a storyline with Fanny that that Fanny does the same thing that Mickey did to your character and obsess over it, and she becomes an evil psycho heel. Oh, that'd have been so cool. Man, they had such a missed opportunity.
I'm so glad you're going to be on NXT. Stay as far away from me and Raw as possible.
No promises.
Man, they missed such a great opportunity. They get to turn Franny into Mickey James.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we think this is an
that was one of the most
absolutely
popular
perfect fit
versions
for
of
you.
Mickey James was Psycho Mickey.
Just
That'd have been
remember,
great.
This isn't an ending. It's the beginning of the next chapter of training. You're always learning in WWE.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
Having a long and
Problem is, I
career
would not
means
want them
you
to
never stop
remake
pushing yourself to be
to
better.
remake the old SmackDown vs. Raws, like SmackDown vs. Raw, the SmackDown vs. Raw 05, 06, 07, 08, and all that, because parts of the story would have to be nixed. Because of a certain superstar that's in that was on the active roster at that time that
Thanks.
no longer can be brought up in WWE history in Mr. Benoit. So stuff with Mr. Benoit would have to be nixed. And there's other characters like that were.
But be sure to stop and.
Okay, you're fine at the time, but
otherwise, it'll be over in an instant.
You know, there's other characters like that can't be around anymore, or can't lend their voice to redub stuff.
You know I'll
so.
still be available via phone, right?
An anniversary would be fun just for the sheer fact of if they can get a lot of the characters, a lot of the classic characters, or just have classic shit in it. But it certainly would. They certainly would have to select certain things that they'd put into the game instead of when select certain things that they put in the game. Because some things would not be. How do I put? Would certainly not work. Would certainly not work. Honestly, for the modern games, I'm surprised they haven't added more managers. I'm surprised they haven't added more managers from WWE history. Like, I'm not expecting them to sit there and put in. Oh yeah, we're gonna put in. We're gonna put in. What's his face? We're gonna put in Gary Hart. We're gonna put in somebody that was never in WWE. No, I'm surprised they haven't put in like the Grand Wizard, or Pete, or Classy Freddie Blassie, or other managers from that era that were in the WWE. If it was Owen, it had to have been Legends of Wrestling. It had to have been one of the Legends of Wrestling games. It may have been Showdown. Because those games had Owen. Those games had Owen Hart. Because those games had no attachments whatsoever to WWE or anything like that, and that is what pretty much is the reason that's one of the reasons that was allowed. That was allowed because of the fact that they had no ties to the WWE. And the the Showdown Legends of Wrestling, the Legends of Wrestling games, the three of them had a lot of cool characters in it. I recommend if anyone can find those games either on an emulator on PC or whatever, I highly recommend people play them. The gameplay is not good. I will fully admit that. The gameplay sucks. The gameplay is very early PS2 and it's very bad. The gameplay is very clunky and very and a little too arcadey, but it's really good. But they're really cool to have a bunch of those characters in the game because there was so much to those games. Because at that point in time for wrestling history, not a lot of people knew a lot of the people that were in the game. Like now the extent of how many people that people know has expanded, or at least mine has, but for that era, there was a lot of people there that it was like, oh, who's that? Oh, who's that? Oh, cool. You know, you were getting to know new characters. I'm surprised they haven't added Teddy or Eric as people you could pick for GMs for my GM mode. I honestly would pick Teddy in a heartbeat. They put William Regal in the game before they released him. And they kept him in the game because, well, they respect William Regal. Honestly, William Regal has said it. He would not be alive if it wasn't for the WWE. If it wasn't for the WWE, in a lot of ways, he would not be alive today. So, they have a lot. He has a lot of respect for them, and they have a lot of respect for him. Same thing with Bryan Danielson. WWE is never going to say anything bad about Bryan Danielson ever in the history of life. Even if he's over there. If he ever decides to retire or come back to the WWE, he will be given an open arms invitation, where it's like, welcome home, because he just is liked by Vince way too much at this point. I'm surprised they haven't put Teddy. Teddy is the main one. I'm surprised they haven't put as a possible GM mode, as a possible GM. I mean, and they put Stephanie in. They put Stephanie in the My GM mode as a GM. But anyway, we went 2 hours, and that is far beyond the time that I thought I was gonna do. So I thought I was gonna just go an hour, but we went over 2 hours. So that is it for the day. I'm gonna get to work on this moveset for my secret character that I'm working on. Oh, totally, 100%. I 100% agree with that. Oh yeah, it's 100% true. Hell, there's a lot of WWE dropouts that work for AEW. Thanks, bro. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna more of this next Sunday, unless I have more of this next Sunday, because I guarantee I'm definitely not gonna have CPW ready. But trust me, the next thing you'll see, one of the next things you see from me, from the CPW side of things, will be PCN Fallout Starrcade Edition, the finally I'm getting this out of the fucking way edition of PCN Fallout, because I'm finally gonna be getting that out of the way. Finally getting it out of the way. Finally, after so long. So, with that being said, hope y'all have a good day. Enjoy the rest of y'all's day. Beto, I'll be sending you information on all the CODs that you can download and what their requirements are for downloading them, if you want me to put them up. So with that being said, I'm AntoS20. Remember to keep a snap pack handy, and as always, ad Victorium. We'll be going back to this character, or maybe if they get the beard crap fixed, we'll be going back to the male character. Who knows? You never know. You never know around here. But I'll see you next time. Take care. And this stream is... Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. This stream is done. Thank y'all for watching.